What is going on YouTube? It is your boy J-Man. And look, y'all, today I'm back with another video. Now look, before we do anything, appreciate all your love support. We still road to 5K subs. Y'all make sure to like and subscribe for your boy J-Man. Now look, you know the vibes. Glove motion, all 2025, you know what I mean? So look, y'all, let's get to it. Now look, y'all been asking me how do I feel about how the Streaming University played out, things like that. And if I would have went to Streaming University, what would I have done, okay? Now I want to say this, okay? To everybody that got selected Streaming University, I promise you I'm not hating. I promise you saying none of that, bro. I'm just giving my opinion, okay? Now I'm going to say this, right? How I feel about Streaming University and how, like, now that it's over, it was a 4-day event. I feel like, you know, it was a big event. You know, some people took advantage of it. Some people, I feel like, I don't know if they did or not. I mean, I can't speak for everybody, but I definitely saw some channels like go really crazy. You know what I'm saying? But I want to say this, right? If you was at Streaming University, okay, and you, like, people getting their feelings, they get emotional, like, man, this ain't fair, blah, blah, blah. Bro, you have no excuses. Ladies and gentlemen, if either you went to Streaming University, you have no excuses to say it's not fair. You was just there. You have no excuse to not make that name for yourself. You was just there. You know what I'm saying? All of the people, whether it's Duke Dennis, Agent, obviously Kai, DDG, you was just there with them. You know what I mean? So I look at it like this. You have no excuses, okay, to not say, man, I ain't never had an opportunity. I ain't never had a chance to, you know, like shine and things like that. Dog, you was just there. You was with them for 4 days. I'm not even on no glazing type of shit. I just want people to know you just have one of the biggest opportunities of you know, studying, evidence, advice, everything for 4 days to be great. Okay? As soon as they said you were allowed to stream and they gave you a free T-Mobile device, which I am a part of T-Mobile, by the way. Shout out to T-Mobile if they ever see this video. You know what I'm saying? You had a free streaming device that you had, it was free. It was given to you. To where, because I feel like people are going to do this like, oh, I don't have the equipment to, you know, make these videos or stream. I don't have the greatest quality. T-Mobile supplied you with that stuff. You know what I mean? Now I get it. Some people went down, they just wanted to have fun, you know, get the, you know, experience. But bro, if I'm making that name for myself, if I want to be great, dog, when I tell you, I would have been, everybody would have been in my video. Everybody would have been in my live stream. Every person that was at Streaming University, they would have been in my live stream because I would have been trying to walk into people, especially, like, I would have probably started off with I don't know, whoever I just ran into. Hey, yo, you know, I'm interested in myself, blah, blah, blah. Because people also, like, what would you do, J-Man? Okay, I'm going to tell you what I've done, okay? Let me slow down. I'm going way too fast. Let me slow down, y'all. I know y'all like, bro, you jump from topic to topic. I know, let J-Man take a sip of water and we'll get back to it, you know what I mean? Because I want you to understand. So look, if I would have went, because y'all been asking me, like, if you would have went, what would you done? First thing is first, okay? I got to stick to something similar to the content that I've been dropping these past couple of months. You could argue years, right? Obviously, that's 2K, right? So I'm going to ask Agent, Duke Dennis, what's their take on the 2K community? What's their take on the next 2K? What is their take on the future of gaming? Things like that. I'm going to stick with the content that I'm doing, right? And just get their opinion. Once I get their opinion, okay, appreciate you, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep grinding type bitch, you know what I'm saying? Bam, right? Then, when I'm just streaming out the regular, anybody that I walk up to that streaming, hey, bro, what's your name? You know what I'm saying? Introduce myself, you know what I'm saying? It's all over at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? We all here to try to make that name and just go crazy and have fun. Bam. Just like that, right? Now, I want to say this because I seen this stuff on Twitter to where I think there was, like, I don't know, there's like a security guard. Well, obviously, you know, Kai had those security guards out there. And a lot of people could not just realize that when they were saying you cannot interact with the fans, some of them were getting upset. Now, my take on that is, to me, that's not a big deal. Meaning, like, if the security guard told you don't interact with the fans, just leave the fans alone. You know what I'm saying? You could, me personally, I would have asked security guard, hey, can I walk over there and dap people up? If he tell me no, okay, it is what it is. I'm going to just wave and be like, hey, I appreciate y'all. I see y'all over there. I'd probably put them on the stream. Hey, y'all see them? They going crazy. You know what I'm saying? I would have done that. But I'm not going to get in my feelings and get upset. I'm not attacking people. I'm just saying this is how I feel about it, right? Like, I understand that people were like, bro, you know, I got fans. I can't, you know, interact with them. Hey, the security guard say, hey, don't go over there. I'm gonna just let it alone. And they honestly got a point. Because it's 2025 and people are crazy, bro. You know what I mean? They're crazy. We seen buddies sneak into the streaming university stuff, and it could have got bad for him, right? You know what I'm saying? It could have got bad for him. And dude was actually in there for about 20 minutes, right? So like you gotta think on how people are nowadays. Like it could have got crazy, bro. So I can't really get mad at security for that. They were just doing their job. And they literally said, hey, if anybody tries to hurt people out there, they're the first ones, to try to defend them. So I understand why they taking it serious, why they're don't interact with the fans, because they're trying to look out for the streamers, and that's their job at the end of the day. So I can't get mad at that, right? When I tell you guys, I've seen some of these small creators, actually go up. I'm not gonna lie. At first, I really thought that the streaming university was gonna be, an event, but I didn't think some of these small creators, which I can own up, I was wrong on that. Some of these small creators done made some following. I ain't gonna lie, they've been going crazy. You know what I mean? But like I said before, y'all, if I was there, everybody that got accepted would have been in my live stream, bro. Everybody would have been in my live stream, right? Because like I said, bro, everybody at the end of the day is there to improve, get advice from anybody that's there. It's like you had 4 days with elite people. And that sounds crazy, obviously, but y'all get what I mean. But y'all, you had 4 days with people some of them already got it. You know what I mean? They already got it type ish. And you was there. So I look at it like, bro, no excuses for somebody that was there, bro. There's zero excuses. Zero. Right? And I would have got photos and everything. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a crazy experience. That they could be once in a lifetime type of experience, because who knows? He hasn't confirmed he's doing another one. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think another one's gonna happen. I'm not gonna lie. The stuff that was happening during the Stream University, the place, it was crazy, bro. I don't know, right? But all I got to say is, bro, and shout out to Ty Little too. Ty Little, I'm surprised. I ain't gonna lie. When I seen what Ty Little was doing, I couldn't do nothing but show support, bro. Right? Because as big as a creator he is, he did exactly what I was gonna do if I went. He just went around everybody and was like, hey, yo, what I'm saying? We're gonna put you in the stream, show you the love and support, introduce ourselves, and we're gonna just keep trying to keep grinding and help out everybody else, right? Or just get to know people. He was doing that, right? And you saw State Farm show mad love and support for Ty Lue, you know what I'm saying? And he hit 1 million followers on Twitch, right? But when I seen Ty Lue, I was like, dog, that's exactly what I would have done. Even if, because y'all be like, but Jay, you a small creator, gang. It's not even about the small creator, bro. I'm going to try to get advice from everybody there, and I'm going to introduce myself to people, right? So they can get to know who I am. You're at Streaming University, right? But so like I said, I don't really care if I was, big or small, bro. Pause. You know what I mean? No. You know what I mean? Everybody's going to be in my live stream, bro. After them 4 days, everybody at Universal was going to know who Jamie was. I promise you. Right? And like I said before, it's not a knock, but I was there. But I feel like in a couple of weeks or a couple of days, you're going to have people saying like, oh, it's not all of that, because they probably didn't take advantage of it. Like I said, I cannot speak for everybody there, because there's like probably 100 and some plus people that got selected. I can't speak on everybody, right? But what I do know is if you was at Streaming University, there's no excuse. Zero. You know what I'm saying? Zero excuses. 4 days with the top creators trending. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy work, bro. Yeah, Cooking with Kyle was there. You had India Love. Who else is there? I'm trying to think. They had a lot of creators there. I gotta put up a list. I know they had DDG. They had Deshae, his sister. They had Jenny. His name is the dude that does the football stuff. He was there. And a lot of people. They had Zeddy. You know what I'm saying? They had a lot of content creators there. A lot of streamers there. And look, man, Like I said, that overall, like I said, people I just named you could have introduced yourself to those people, and people would have probably respected you for it. Because here's the thing, y'all, you got to think about it. Some of y'all probably look at it like, oh no, that's clout chasing. How is it clout chasing if first of all, it's called streaming university. If I'm streaming and I'm going around introducing myself to people, how is that clout chasing? You're at streaming university. You're supposed to take advantage of the opportunity because not everybody can get that opportunity. You see what I mean? So how is that alone clout chasing? I'm trying to make that name for myself so people can know who I am. So therefore, I gotta tell people and introduce myself to who I am so they can know at the end of the day. Imagine you get selected to streaming university, right? And all of a sudden, you just there, just chilling. You see all these people walking by you with a name already, and you like, oh, that's cool. They there. Hey man, hey, so and so is at stream university. Okay, but did you introduce yourself? Do they know who you are? You know who they are, but do they know who you are? You see what I'm saying? Did you do your part instead of you just sit back, laid back, chilling like, hey man, I made it. You know what I'm saying? I got Duke Dennis, I got Agent there. You know what I'm saying? I see them the last 2 days, but do they know who you are? It's like you gotta really want to make that name, bro. And I feel like if I was there, bro, I would have done it. But like I said, shout out to everybody that got picked. Ain't no diss to nobody that got picked, bro. I just feel like, you know what I'm saying? That was a major opportunity that, was big time, bro. Big time, especially when it comes to content creation, especially when it comes to advice, especially when it comes to making that name for yourself, bro. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, y'all, that's how I feel about it. It ain't gonna be the longest video. It's your boy J Mid. Other than that, we about to sign out of here, y'all. Like I said, man, glove motion on 2025. Y'all be good. It's your boy J Mid, and we out. Peace, y'all. We gone. And I'm pretty sure it's the Memorial Weekend or something like that. So hey, shout out to that as well. We out, y'all. Appreciate y'all. We out.